Welcome, Rangers. I'm Joe, here with me is my co-host Dan.
Hello and greetings.
And we've got another Lost Galaxies review for you all. I know it's been a while, it's just the past 2 months have been kind of crazy. But hopefully we're gonna try to be more consistent. I know it seems like an empty promise at this point, but, gotta try. And here we go. The first of the 2 episodes is a flat 0 because it's basically about the Green Ranger, who doesn't serve much of a role ever. So the episode just doesn't have any point to it. Homesick could have been good, but should have focused on someone other than Damon. He just doesn't have that Joel energy. He's just no Sky Cowboy. He's just asleep throughout the series. But anyways, the next episode, The Lights of Orion, actually presents a pretty good idea, wherein the monster pretends to be Mike Corbett so that the Rangers get impulsive and decide to go rescue him. In reality, this is a monster in disguise. Meanwhile, Drakina and her flunky are basically infighting because, well, they want the Lights of Orion, and who's going to claim the credit for this? Drakina's kind of got the upper hand because she's Daddy's little girl. And this episode does a good job also showcasing she's basically his chief minister. Sure, she wasn't initially a great fighter, but Drakina has other skills, and she is running her father's empire to an extent as his deputy pretty well. So that is something to bear in mind. She's massively underrated for her brains in some ways. Arguably, though, this episode shows her short-sightedness. On Leo's end, he immediately goes for his brother and just loses sight of everything else and proceeds to then muck up. Now, that is what happens. But then, okay, this is the funniest part of this episode. They end up fleeing, Leo and Mike. The not Mike, to where there's a cave that's blocked off because it requires a ranger to open it, namely one with the Quasar swords. And so, Drakina and her flunky couldn't open it. And so Leo opens it and finds a cage in the cave, but inside the cage in the cave, there's a box. And inside the box, there's another box. So you had a box, inside a cave, inside a cavern. Right? A box, inside a cage, inside a cave. This is like an old joke that you're just waiting for the punchline to. We both burst into laughter when we saw that.
Yeah, it's like, seriously? Who set that up? Zordon?
Yeah, as for the scriptwriters, I bet you anything, them and the showrunner were having a blast with this. Same with the cast. There has to have been quite a few laughs and maybe a few beers swapped over this. Honestly, you can't say this series doesn't have fun and poke fun at itself. This is such a funny episode.
Yeah.
But it's also serious because, they are fighting over the Lights of Orion, which is a big deal. In terms of power, this later ends up really changing the game. In a way, it's a game changer to the extent that even Drakina in her full form isn't fully able to reverse the tide on. So this is a really big deal. And of course, the little box is empty, much like the flunky's brains. And let's rate this episode. I'm going to say this is a solid 2.5.
Good 3.
I get that.
Good episode.
Yeah. So, if you enjoyed this video, be assured we're going to have another one out soon, as we're probably going to start pumping out these short, quick videos just to be, so that we finish before the end of the month Lost Galaxies, and hopefully Dino Thunder as well. So, until then, don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button to stay tuned for the next video. And remember, Rangers, may the power protect you.